All right, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is question set 37. I'm doing DBMS series. So this is your favorite education series, I think. Yeah. So this is the question. So we have that question in my question set 31. So if you don't watch it yet, you want to go to watch it, then I will show you that in my end screen. So question set 37. So we have 4 questions. We need to create some views. So we did that in previous questions. Questions at 36. Now you know what is the view, and now already you know what is the graphical method. So this question mentioned do not use the graphical method for that. So we can't use graphical method to create some view in this question. We totally can't do it. So in my previous question we can do it if we want, but in my previous video I told you it is so easy to query that thing than graphical method. So all right, now let's go to first question. So what is the first question got? Which of the user registered with the shop is living in Kurunegala? Create a view for this. Do not use the graphical method for that. All right, now we need to create a view for Kurunegala users. So we need to get Kurunegala users all details. So now I'm going to do it. In my second question, update the query statement. Update the query statement required to get user ID, first name, last name, information in the view created above. So this is the thing we want to create. Create Kurunegala users to get every details. That means user type ID, gender ID, and address ID also. In that second question, we don't need to get address ID, gender ID, and user type ID or contact number, anything status. So we need to get user ID, first name and last name only. So we need to update that query also. So now let's go to our question. So these are some views we made. So this is my previous query. I don't need it. So let's make that. Now we want to create a view. I'm using Kurunegala user view like that. User view as select. And now I need to get all details. So select user, user ID, user first name, user last name, user contact number, user status, user type ID, user agenda ID, and user address ID. All right. From we need to mention our database name and user table name. We want to inner join address table and on address dot address ID equals to user dot address ID inner join cp on cp dot cpid address dot citid. Now we need to find the Kurunegala people. So city dot city name Kurunegala. Yeah, I think it's all right. Let's see. Yeah, view is created. So this is Kurunegala user view. So hey Kurunegala guys, so yeah, there's a view. So you can see now we want to get data. So we have two members here. So use ID 4 and 6. First name Sachitra Vikramasinghe, contact number. Can you have status? Use type ID, gender ID, and address ID, all of that. So okay, now this is my data sheet of view. So now I need to update this query statement, and I need to get user ID and first name and last name. So we don't need these all things. So now I am deleting this, and legal method is create or replace. You want to we want to use that create or replace keyword, create or replace view. So when we use that thing, we can update our view, created view. So I will execute that, and this is my data sheet now. Yeah, fine. When we execute that, yeah, we can execute that. Now I'm going to this data sheet and refresh it. Yeah, there's a bug here. What? We want to refresh that. Okay. We need to restart that. Why is that? That's not my issue. That's totally it. Okay. Look like view is not on there. Yeah, there is view. So let's go to, okay. Kurnagal use view. So let's hit that. Now you can see it's updated. Use ID, first name and last name. There is first name and last name. So when we execute that, don't open this because it's overloading and show some bugs, I think. So when you query and execute that, you need to refresh this first and go to datasheet. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, now we can also get user ID, first name and last name here. So this doesn't create any new view. So we update the current view using this replace keyword, create or replace view, like that. Okay, now we did that those two questions. So this is third one, create a view to sell all the GRN. So before I'm doing it, I want to check my recording and microphone status. So create the view to sell a GRN. Good receipt notes must include GRN ID, date, and provider name. So we don't need to include product name or anything. So it is not necessary to enter details of the item purchased here. Use the name of this view as GRN view. So they mentioned as a GRN view name. So do not use the graphically method to create this view. So we can't use graphical method to create the view. We must include GRN ID, GRN date, and provider name. So we don't need to include purchase date, purchase items or anything here. Okay, now we need to update these three details only. So let's go to query and create, or we can get rid of this thing and create view. So grn view, it is the name. So let's get the name like this. This is the name of, doesn't paste properly. Okay, now it's okay. Create view. So I need to get grn id, grn dot id, and grn date, and now we need to get users first. We need to get provider's name only, so we don't need to get user ID. So user dot, okay, what, user dot first name and user dot last name. Yeah, those details are enough, I think, because we need to get provider name and grn ID and grn date. Yeah, now I need to connect the grn table for that and user table. So I don't need this thing. From grn and inner join user table on user dot user id and grn dot, yeah, there is a user id. So inner join is okay, completed. So let's do this semicolon, and now I'm going to execute it. I think it's all right. Yeah, let's execute that. Yeah, no errors. We can refresh that and get the grn view. So let's go to data sheet. Now you can see there's grn, all grn good received nodes records here. grn id 1234, and you can see the date and time, first name and last name. So there are two suppliers only, Hasita Gunavansha and Madara on a single. Those two are the suppliers in our early issue center. So these four are the records. So yeah, now this is my view. This is the graphical method. And now, okay, now let's go to fourth question. The GRN view you created above include the details of all GRN purchased item and rearrange this view. So we need to include the purchased item. That means we need to connect product table to that view. In this view, it is sufficient to display GRN ID, GRN date, first name, last name, product name, quantity, unit price, selling price. So that means we need to connect GRN item table also, because we can have quantity, unit price, and selling price in GRN item table. So do not use graphical method. Okay, we don't use it. You already know it. So now we want to update this GRN view. So what we are doing, first we want to do use this for replace view. Okay, create to replace view, grn view as now we need to get product details also. So let's get them. So I need grn id and grn date. Now first name and last name, and uh, doesn't it doesn't mention we want to get grn user id, so we don't need to get user id. Yeah, user id is not important here. Product uh, product name, so product name is enough. And if we want let's see, product, if we want get it, we can get description also. So description, yeah, I get that description. That's kind of important in this view. Use last name, first name, GR90 date, product name, description, and totally this question mentioned to get quantity, unit price, and selling price. So use that GRN item table and quantity and GRN item table dot unit price, GRN item table dot selling price. Yeah, those are details we want to get. Let's double check it really quickly. So GRN ID, date, first name, last name, product name, quantity, unit price, and selling price. Okay. Yeah, we additionally get the product description. That is kind of important in this view. So we need to get those details from grn. Yeah, so need to connect that user, and now I need to connect product and grn item table to this view. So use inner join. Let's get that. Yeah, now I need to product uh, product product what we can get here, product ID and grn. We don't have a product ID in grn table, so use grn. Let's use grn item table. So product ID, okay, and now I join product table on that. Now I need to join grn item table. grn item table on grn item. So grn item table has a grn id. So what grn id? Now I need to connect grn table. Right. Now I think all are okay. grn id. Yeah, let's do this semicolon and see what's happened. I think this thing is okay. Let's check the commas. Okay, and essence semicolon dots. Okay, all are right. Let's execute that. Right. Now I think create a replace view. I replace it and update the thing. So I don't need any bugs. So I refresh that twice. Okay. Now my grn view is okay. Let's see what we got in here. So yeah. What? grn view. I need grn. Yeah, now you can see there's a grn id. There is grn date, first name, last name, product name, description. We get that additionally, and quantity, unit price, and selling price. We can have all the details on here. So guys, this is the query we made. So you can barely see it. This is some kind of complex query, but not complex. These are the details we want to get from this view, and this is the keyword. When we updating our view, we want to use this keyword or replace like that, and these are the things we want to connect user table, grn item table, and product table. So we are using inner join to do that. Okay, now 37 question is also okay. We successfully finished that thing, and now we have to learn how to remove some views from our database. So I will bring that video sooner in my 38 video, 38 questions it. So hang tight guys. Peace.